Alright. Countdown's running. Everything's moving forward. It's Friday. La la la. La la la. Oh, this coffee is good. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Friday the 13th. Oh, yeah. Yep. Countdown's rolling. It's all just moving along. Oh, I should have gotten more than one ready. But that's okay. It's early. No one's gonna be here. I should do these at 4 in the afternoon. People show up in the afternoon. I think Friday morning's too early for people. No one will be here. Oh, just 30 seconds until the theme song. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I hope I make it. I hope I make it through the show. Of course, the beauty is it really doesn't matter. Do whatever I want. Oh, here comes that awesome, awesome theme song. I'm drinking coffee, I'm getting stoned. And if you join me, I won't be alone. I'm drinking coffee, I'm getting high. Coffee with Wes. Good morning, peace and love, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. I hope you are having a good one. Welcome to Coffee with Wes. I am Wes. This is my coffee. I'm drinking some Tim Hortons here and enjoying the day. Popcorn, Team Deep Water Cultivating. Peace and love out there, Popcorn. Hope you're having a good one. It's Friday the 13th. It's Friday the 13th. And I have awoken and have been experiencing just horrible chest pains all morning. So maybe it's going to be a bad Friday the 13th. I'm not sure. Maybe the day will turn out fine. Maybe not. You know, it could go either direction. The Friday the 13th, there's been so many of these in life. And the weird thing is there have been coincidences of negative years. Interesting fact, my birthday is on the 13th. My birthday is on the 13th, not this month. But the years that my birthday is on the 13th, my oldest daughter's birthday is also on the 13th. And coincidentally, those years have always been kind of weird years, at least for me. I think they have been for her as well. But you know, I don't put any stock in it. I don't put any stock in it because, you know, dates are just man-made BS. And I don't buy into a lot of the, well, any of it. There's a superstition, for everything. There's people believe all sorts of crap. I just kick back and listen. It's always fun to listen. It's always fun. Mm. But I'm gonna take my time today. I got a little bit of an early start on this, so hopefully, I'll be doing watch me work later. It hasn't worked out that way for days now. It has not worked out to get a watch me work in the afternoon, but I'm sure maybe today, a Friday the 13th, today will be the day that I'm able to pull that together. I want to work on some animated characters. We've got some animations that I'd like to bring out. Just some quick ones. But I haven't been doing other things. And when you're doing other things, you don't really worry about those things. It's it's the end of the year. It's one of those. Judas, cheers. Good morning, peace and love. I hope you're having a good one, Judas. I'm enjoying a little bit of frosted Kush mints. I have to say this. This is so far best I've had. There was this is the nicest buzz I've had in years. This is just so good. There was a strain, and I don't know what the strain is. And you hear about these strains, and this is what I would love to grow is something that just really fucking hit you like a rock. There was a strain out of California. I was living down in Florida, and a friend of mine down there, he was doing some painting on this. He'd been hired by this couple to do some painting on their truck, and apparently the couple, the wife would come down first to Florida. They lived in a place without electricity up in Northern California during the summer months. And then she would come down to their condo early in the fall down there in Florida, and he would FedEx weed to her that they'd been growing all summer long. And this stuff, they were selling this stuff for $250 a quarter, and which was at the time was just outrageous, right? But I got some of that, and I tell you, half a joint of that, and you weren't getting up. Half a joint of that, you weren't getting up. You weren't moving. You were just, oh, I don't know what I am. I have never been hit that hard by anything before in my life. I came up here to a wedding. I came to a relative's wedding when I had some of that stuff, and from out of town, and I see a cousin, him and his wife and the friend. They're getting ready to leave. They're talking about wanting to burn. I said, well, I gotta go to the hotel. I said, here. I said it was 3/4 of a joint. I handed it to him. I said, light that up when you get home. And he said, well, this is hardly anything. I said, just you won't finish it. And the three of them, I guess, on the way, they were all comatose. It just about killed all of them. It was a thing of beauty. He told me they only smoked about half of that between three of them, and none of them could function. They were just completely out. And that is what I'd like to seek out. That is what I'd like to seek out. Is that insane buzz, that beyond it all buzz. That okay, they could do surgery on me now. That kind of thing, where you have nothing going on. But in the meantime, bum 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 bum. Ruthless Cannon, peace and love. Those were that was just so good. It was so good, and I've had good weed, and I gotta say, this frosted Kush mints right now is probably just the best strain I've had in a long damn time. But nothing I have ever experienced has compared to that stuff from Northern California. I don't know what it was. It was the most amazing. It was the most amazing weed. Just took me out. I couldn't get off the couch. And the thing was, I kept seeds from it, but I couldn't get any of them to sprout. It was years and years, and I hadn't kept them in good shape. Because I'd been told when I spent this money, if you find any seeds, get them back to me. I want the seeds back. And I just put $250 down for a quarter, and I thought, if there's any fucking, you ain't getting anything back. This should come in a case. This should come in some sort of case and everything that I can leave on a mantle afterwards, because this is kind of expensive. But oh yeah, that was what was happening. That was it. Had no choice. I called it apiary because this woman was really rude. The one, and I felt good. I felt good about the whole situation. Her husband, it was a couple probably in their late 40s to early 50s. She she was a shrew. She apparently had a law degree, but there's no way anybody would ever have this person as a lawyer. She had made money earlier and now just treated people like crap. Talked to everybody like absolute dirt. And her husband, worst of all, he's the one restoring this old, it was some 60s pickup truck he was restoring. Beautiful truck. But he was having my friend do the painting and everything on it and getting it all in good shape. And I felt good because at the end of the year, because I watched this guy and we would talk about, oh man, I feel so bad for this guy. This guy's just getting just screamed at and yelled at in front of everybody nonstop. End of the year, he left her. End of the year, he took off and he was done. It was, and they'd been together for a while, and I felt good about that because I felt bad for him, and she had such a negative attitude that I grew to dislike her. Her presence always brought me down. But great weed, just great weed. But yeah, that was back in the '90s. That was back in the '90s. Things I've never experienced that since. I've had really good stuff, really good. Oh, I'm fucking high, but never just the sedated, totally fucking sedated that I got off of that. But this frosted Cushman's is both a body buzz and it is invigorating for the mind. So I feel as though things are going good. I feel like my mind is on fire. I've got ideas for the eggplant series. A bunch of different cartoon eggplants getting into trouble. I've been looking at that pistachio. The talking. Hello, my name is Pistachio. I am here to plug you. Pistachio is a talking butt plug. I want to redraw him and put some big hefty arms on him too, for that kind of thing. That stuff was so strong, you weren't eating anything. You weren't moving. You were having trouble. I'm sitting in a chair, and it was what I couldn't lift my arms. It was just, I don't know what's going on. This is beyond it all. It was really it was some unbelievable weed. You probably wanted, well, I don't even know if your brain could have processed that you wanted food. I never could have done anything on that weed. Which was, I mean, it's nice in moderation, but if you have anything to do, you're not going to want to have something along those lines. That that was the thing, and I named this strain because they never told me a name or anything. I guess it grew like 8 feet tall. They'd have a big field of this stuff in Northern California. It was like a 20-mile drive back and forth down this ravine to the black sand beaches. Northern California, right along the coast. A wind generator for some electricity, and to run a pump and some stuff like that. But this woman sat there, and it was one of those, when you're talking to someone who's just trying to make you view them as they're something special, telling all the things that they've done in their life, and this woman sounded like this. She was a bridge troll. She was just horrible. She was horrible. And and she said something about apiary. The word apiary, where the is that where the bees are kept? Is that where the beekeeper keeps the bees? The apiary? I'm not sure if it's bees. I don't know. But she sounded disgusted that nobody knew the word apiary. She was just, and all of you idiots because no one knew. And I thought, you arrogant cunt. You arrogant cunt. So I had a little joy at the end of the year watching that woman implode because I felt so good for him because I watched this guy get yelled at. I see them all the time. I'd be down there on my way home from work. I'd stop to see my friend, the airbrush artist. I tell you, these chest pains are really starting to bother me. But I would stop to see him, so I'd see him all the time, and she's just screaming at this guy. You should have done this. You should have done. And I'm not saying anything. I stay out of people's business and all that, but it was just, yeah, at the end of the year when he left her, when it was like, yes, yes, escape the fury, escape the rage. Nobody needs that in life. All right, so tomorrow. Last week we didn't have a Puff Rally Saturday for the Bills. And did you see what happened? They got their ass kicked by the Rams. The fucking Rams of all people. Rams haven't scored 30 points in a fucking game all year. They get 44 points. Record-setting fucking game. It was just unbelievable. He did airbrush a lot of the different businesses down there. He would do all the murals because they all would, they'd all want beach scenes and different murals and all that. And there was one main hotel that was, I think, 5 or 6 stories that he had completely done up this entire building in airbrush art. But I think he's still doing it down there in the Fort Myers Beach area. Alan Mashaga, great artist. The Lani Kai Hotel, a lot of areas that he had done the artwork in all these buildings that got destroyed when that hurricane came through. And great guy, fantastic artist. Makes a bunch of his money each year during spring break just doing t-shirts. But the rest of the time, it's a lot of large mural work in businesses and things along those lines. Pendar, peace and love, Pendar. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Hope everybody is. Magic Mike. Isn't that a male dancer? Isn't that the male dancer? Now this guy was down Fort Myers Beach, Alan Mashaga. There's articles in the newspaper. The Lani Kai Hotel. He had that thing just every level. They put a big elevator out front with glass windows so people could see. They put one out front, and he was saying they wanted to paint that, and he wasn't sure. And I'm sitting in his house, and we're smoking, and I'm looking in the corner, and he's got this tiki stand, this like a tiki totem pole with different totem heads on it, and I said, make it into a tiki totem, just like that. And so out front, he ended up painting, so it looked like there were these 3 massive, because there was a 6-story elevator. And again, weed induced. The best ideas always come from the weed. But yeah, that was the best weed. A friend of his. He introduced me to some of the neatest people down there. I got involved with him with airbrushing. I was a computer programmer, and I got so tired of doing math for a living and just having such an empty life. I got connected with him, and I did a nightclub down there with him. Large nightclub. We would come in after it was totally being renovated. New bars being put in, different things along those lines. The work crews would be in during the day, and then we would show up about 6 o'clock at night, and we would do airbrush in the place completely. It was the name of it was Atlantis. Is what they, who knows what it is now, but it was supposed to be an underwater theme, as though you were inside of an underwater city and all that other stuff. So had a lot of Geiger inspired biomechanical art. On the walls, bringing it all together, and it was a great experience for me because I had never done that, and I went in there wanting to learn. So it's just a shitload of prep work. I mean, you were taping up, you were drawing stuff, you were blowing up drawings, and you were putting all these things. It is an hour. It's an hour to 2 hours of prep work to spray for 5 minutes and then let dry, and then take all that down to do the next stuff. But this was on the Fort Myers beach area, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Naples area, over on the Gulf side down at the bottom. Uh, he he used to paint cars, I guess, in Ohio, and went down for a vacation down to Florida and thought, I'm never going back to Ohio. I've got to find a way to live here. And so he did, car painting, and T-shirts were so much easier because there's no prep work. There's no stripping and paint, all the old paint, all the other stuff. It was just so messy, everything he had to do with automobiles. So he started doing these murals and everything, and just loving life. I gotta say it. He's a guy that followed his dream and is just has been living it. Now, who knows with the last hurricane that came through and some other stuff, maybe things are a little bit rough. I lived down there for 12 years. I was down there for 12 years uh, in the Cape Coral for about 6, and just north of Bonita, inland and all that for the last 6. And then I got absolutely tired. Empirism. Good evening. Good evening. Is it your Friday evening? How is it going, Emp? Drop your link with hashtag awesome. Empirism is one of those musicians that I have come across out here that is just phenomenal. Phenomenal live performances. He is always over at Camp Gme on Saturday nights. Gets there a little bit later. I see him over at Shimmer Soul. I see him playing over there. I think he was over at Axe and Nacho, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely worth connecting to. Empirism. He just dropped his link out there. Really fantastic musician. They now I don't know if he wants to call it his spaceship, but Gary refers to it as his spaceship because he's got just all these keyboards there for all the synths and everything he's got working, and then he gets all these keys going, gets all this looping going, and then he just picks up a guitar and he's shredding. He's just bringing it there with the guitar. I'm so impressed with all the capabilities that he has, but definitely worth getting connected to. Coffee's the way to do it. Coffee is the way to do it. And I was going to have my second joint. I was going to have my second joint of the day because I need to keep the day going. I'm having chest pains all morning long. All morning long, just on the left side of my chest, this tightness. It's like, oh, come on. And I've been trying to cough. Still there. So, if I disappear, it was probably the heart. The heart exploded, something along those lines. I'm hoping that Tim Hortons and some weed will cause me to, feel a little better. Because there's no way I am going to any of the local facilities for any healthcare needs ever again. I thought at one point I might have had some issue happening. I had swelling on my left side. My left leg was swollen. My left arm was sore. Everything. It was all the classic signs of this is a guy having an infarction, right? This is somebody. So I go to the local ER. I'm there at the local ER. My brother's with me, and they get me in there. And I'm waiting for them to hook me up to the EKG. I'm waiting for them to do something about it. When this doctor finally comes in, he sends me to X-ray. He sends me to X-ray, and I said, "Why are you saying?" "Well, it's probably your back. It's probably your back." I said, "I have no problems with my back." I said, "This is a." I said, "I've experienced some chest pains earlier, and I'm having swelling on this side and some pain. It's not. We're gonna take a look at your back. We're gonna see what's wrong." They send me to X-ray. I'm in X-ray. A little, I'm usually a really easygoing guy, and but I knew I shouldn't be an X-ray, and their X-ray, they're really nice people working in there, and they asked, did you hurt yourself? Did something happen? I said, "Oh no, I think I might be having a heart attack," and they said, "Well, why do they have you in X-ray?" "I don't know why they have me in X-ray. Nobody's running EKG. Is there any way they could?" "Well, I don't know," and so they send me back. Nurse is coming. She's saying they're waiting on X-rays. I said, I'm here because I think I'm having a heart attack. Nobody's running EKG. I mentioned to her. "Oh, they haven't. He hasn't run one. Why wouldn't he do that?" "Well, that's why I'm asking you. You're someone else here." Finally, this doctor, and I only call him that because I think he was. Not out of any respect or anything along those lines. He comes back. Your X-ray looks good. He's got the X-ray up. You've got no problems with any of your lower spine. No problems with any of those issues. I said, "I know. I thought I was having a heart attack. There's no testing." "Well, here, I'm going to give you a prescription." He writes me a prescription for some nerve pill and then something else. I looked them up. The side effects. You couldn't quit these if you'd taken them. It made no sense to me. Team Coffee, Brian, peace. Yeah, that was a game, wasn't it? Oh Jesus, that was fucking Rams. But no, I got sent home with some prescriptions that I didn't bother to fill because I wasn't taking any of those things. Muscle relaxers and some sort of nerve pill or something like that. My brother had to keep me from leaving during the checkout because it was, "Why am I here? Why did I come here? They don't need me. They don't need me here. I should just leave." And but that was fun. That's why I won't go. That's why I'm not going again. The time I'd gone before that had to be another 15 years, maybe almost, yeah, about 15 years prior to that. And it was when I had broken up a dog fight between my own dogs, between a husky that I had and a Rhodesian Ridgeback. Big dogs, but the husky ended up, he was being held by the neck and his mouth is just snapping, and I'm trying to get through these dogs and got a hold of the back of my leg, tore the back of my leg off. I'm in the hospital there, and that was nothing more than a peep show. I'm on a table there. They've got me laying with my leg up on my side. Shorts are just torn up because the dogs had ripped them. So basically, all my junk's just laying out there. And for some reason, had to be no exaggeration. There's 30 different nurses and different things that had to come around that corner to ask a question. And I'm making eye contact with every one of them because it was the most wonderful of events. As I'm laying there, and this doctor's trying to clean this wound. That's all they're doing is just cleaning it out. I could have fucking taken a hose and cleaned it out, but they're just cleaning it out, and everybody's coming around. "Have you seen this? Have you seen that?" And I'm just and every one of them. Every one of them. So I'm making eye contact. "Yep, you're looking at my junk. Yep, you're looking at me. Yep, have a nice day." It got really annoying. It was one of those, this was not care. This was not care. I did not feel as though I was cared for. It was one of those days. So I'm not big on doctor visits. Mike, Foxy's friends, peace and love, peace and love. And I see the eggplant out there. My day's going okay, except for the chest pain. I'm hoping that goes away with coffee and weed. Does coffee and weed solve chest pains? You know, wasn't it? Who's the guy that wrote Clerks? Silent Bob. He was X-ray certain cases. Well, this was. I thought I was having chest pains. That's why the X-rays. It didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me why they sent me back there, and none of the others thought it made any sense. None of the others thought it made any sense. Oh, but I'm calming down. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. It's Friday the 13th. Whatever that means. Whatever that's going to be. I don't know. But I'm knocking this out early enough today to where I should, at some point in time, I got to do a watch me work. I want to be drawing the new version of Pistachio. I want to bring Pistachio back. And there's some drawings that I saw that Allie had done of some other characters that may be in some sort of show along with Pistachio. For those that don't know, Pistachio is a talking butt plug. He used to host the Plug Zone. Hello, I am Pistachio. I am here to plug your channel. It was one of those Channel Connect things where the wheel and everything along those lines. I think I might have him come back and do a variety show or do something along those lines. But this was lower back. This was chest x-ray I could understand even. But this was lower back. He wanted to get the bottom of the spine. That's what he'd asked for, was lower back x-rays. Made no sense. Ian's Guitar Shack. Peace and love. Happy Friday the 13th there. I appreciate that, Brian. I appreciate that. I got to put the banner up. You know, it's early and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Put the banner up so people that are content creators, you can type in #awesome. Drop the links for your channel. Anything you got coming up, make sure and tell people about it. Self-promote, all that other stuff. Camp Gmay, the link to Camp Gmay had just got dropped. Tomorrow night there'll be the normal open mic, 5-hour open mic, 10 p.m. Eastern time over at Camp Gmay. And then the following Saturday, the 21st, is when the Christmas special is going to be playing. I am... Who thought what? The Pill Mill train. Who are we talking about? That guy. I see what you're saying now. He thought I was there for the. I don't take anything, man. I can't. If the times I've had dental work done where they've given me, my stomach can't handle any type of pain pill. Ibuprofen is the most I end up taking. He was just right, and I see what you're saying. I say you're probably right. It was so dismissive. It was so dismissive what was going on. And I'm not. I was just ready to leave. I'm not. I was already feeling down. I'm not wanting to have any type of conflict with anybody. So I wasn't gonna. I did mention to people that would ask, the people in the. I would say, well, I'm here because I thought I was having a heart attack. I'm not sure what all this is. But the 21st, the Christmas party at Camp Gmay. I believe I'm the opening act. I believe I am the opening act. And I am opening my set with an original song I've written. Gonna get stoned as fuck this Christmas. So it's sure to be an excellent program. Everybody on the 21st, Saturday night, Anybody looking to celebrate the holiday season and get in the spirit, next Saturday night, Camp G-May, the Christmas party. Stoned as fuck this Christmas. See, had there been a had there, that's the thing. It because I had some sort of, I think mitral valve prolapse. My sister's been diagnosed with that. A couple things. I had some sort of at like 21 years old, some sort of infarction or something along those lines. And the doctors at that point, because they ran the test, it showed it. But they were all, oh, well, you must have been doing coke. And it was like, I said, I smoke weed. I said, yes, I drink, but no, I hadn't been doing any coke. Hadn't been doing it. Guys are really, really, it was another experience where I was just really treated uh, kind of poorly. So that was no fun. But not every doctor is, got a bedside manner. Not every one of them's going to be perfect. One of my favorite jokes, and another reason, what do you call the guy that finished last in medical school? Doctor. You call him doctor because, yeah, he was last of his class. He's the worst. You would never want him. But he's working at a hospital, probably here. He's probably here because the best of the best don't end up in Schittsburg where I'm at. So not every doctor's, Marcus Welby. Not every doctor's out there, solving all those. Not every one of them. They're hating their lives like everybody else is hating their lives. They're hating the bureaucracy of it all. They hate healthcare as much as everybody else. So many of them are because it's all. They're not. They're just the foot soldiers in the bullshit that is the money making machine that is healthcare. But no, that's why today I'm a little bit off. But I'm starting this off better, and I'm feeling better today. I'm feeling better. Mm. Puff puff pass. Everybody. I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope everybody's fine in that. It's the weekend. It's Friday. It's Friday. Everybody should be looking forward. Oh, I'm right as rain. Right as rain. We're gonna have the puff rally tomorrow night. We are going to have the puff rally tomorrow night. I haven't scheduled it, but there is. Last week I didn't have weed. I didn't have weed on Saturday, so I'm not going to do a puff rally if I can't smoke. It's very disingenuous of me to do that. And I got it by the time the game had started. Ricky, peace and love. You're losing it over there, aren't you? Good buzz this morning, Ricky. You got a good buzz going this morning. Cuban Pete, you got a good buzz going this morning. I feel like getting a good buzz, and I might practice some music today. I gotta practice that. Gonna get stoned as fuck this Christmas, high for the holidays. While a crackling Yule log's burning, I'll be burning a couple J's. Gonna get stoned as fuck this Christmas. That you can rely. While other people are opening presents, I'll be over here getting high. Yes, I'm gonna get stoned as fuck this Christmas. There's no need to fear. Christmas is just another day. I get stoned as fuck all year. That's the stoned as fuck this Christmas song that I'm working on for the holiday show that I'm gonna be doing on Camp G May the 21st. That's gonna be a good time. Buff Rally, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Good to see you, Bills fan 1970. Peace and love. It's a great day, but a cold one. Well, that's why you got the dancing going on, right, Ricky? That's why you got your Cuban Pete thing. It's blocking out. Happy Friday, 5:30. It's too early. It's too early. It's all that weed you smoke, Ricky. It's all that weed you smoke. You're sitting there smoking all that weed, getting high, getting up at 5:30. Cuban Pete. No, it should be a good time. I don't even know who the Bills are playing this week. I have not bothered to look. But I do know that I am going to have weed, so I am going to bother to have the show. And last week, it's just so, because I'd made jokes about the real test would be if I made the Rams, because they make the joke about having the powers. And I felt so guilty as that game was going. And we did the puff rally in the middle of it. I started one up. We were 17 points down, and it's like, fuck. It's got to be, well, I'm doing the puff rally beforehand. Everyone that I've done the puff rally beforehand has turned out okay. This Rams one didn't go my way. It didn't end up going my way. There wasn't enough time. 17 points, a lot to make up in that amount of time. Detroit, oh shit. Kirk Kasprick's team. Kirk Kasprick is going to be rooting for Detroit. I hope he comes in and gives me some shit there for the puff rally for the Bills. That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. I'm gonna have to do a lot of shit talking, a lot of shit talking for that. But no, that should be fun. And it's an open panel. It's an open panel. I'll be dropping the link out, so if anybody that wants to come up and get high with us and everything, Allie should be able to make it. I'm hoping that all turns out okay. Let's see. We did oh, that's right. She didn't bake last night. She did. She worked on another character to go along with the pistachio, the butt plug, the talking butt plug, a cartoon. I think what we're gonna do is she was working on cartoon anal beads, talking anal beads, kind of all these different talking sex toys. I'm not sure what to do with them yet. I'm not sure exactly how to utilize. The only one that I know. I know that pistachio and the Heidi and Olaf character that she's put together is really good. So that's, ooh, birthday cake. That is good. That is good. I have had birthday cake. I will be enjoying the frosted Kush mints, which is just taking me to another level, making life grand, making life. It is invigorating. It's very invigorating. It does definitely turn the mind to just, whatever you can come up with. Ooh, a wax vape. You just everybody in their technologies, everybody in their nice stuff. I'm actually angered that I have to use zigzags. 32 in a pack. 32 in a pack for $1 because they were out of the tops, which are a good old 100 for $1.40. 100 for $1.40. There's 100 papers there. 32. Do you know how often? Because I don't roll huge joints. I've got to moderate as I'm going here. There's not some endless flow of weed or anything along those lines. But I don't know. I haven't. I have one crappy pipe, and I just fucking hate cleaning it. And even though it shouldn't, it gets too damn hot to hold. It becomes a pain in the ass. I don't enjoy the hits out of it. I enjoy smoking a joint. I just enjoy the act of smoking a joint. It's something fun. It's something fun. Oh, well, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. They're well, it's a different situation what I have, Mike. My situation, Mike, is not as nice, but it gets the job done, and that's what's important. Oh, Oh, oh. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy just the smoking the joint. I can have it there, let it go, and that's another reason why I make them small, because that way they're not just, I'm not burning up a shitload of weed. They're nice and small. Roll your own. And these papers are huge. These friggin' zigzags I bought. Because I always just get tops. I'm just real simple. Real simple, real basic. I always just get tops. And so there weren't tops. And so I was looking, and there's all these different papers there. And I'm telling the guy at the gas station, and English is not his. I'm not going to ask a lot of questions because these are very nice people but there are times that communication with this one individual, he's younger, and when he's working, he doesn't communicate that well. So I'm not asking a lot of questions. I see 99 cents, and I can tell it's zigzag. That's how I ended up with these. They're fucking huge. I don't know shit about any of it, but it does the trick. I can see through these. These are like tracing paper, where the tops are much thicker. These are much more of a tracing paper, and they're massive. So I don't know if maybe you use these to create, your sculpture joints or things like that, because they're such a thin paper and all that other. These are completely, you can see my finger back there. You can see my finger clearly behind. These are thin ass papers. Oh, I gotta grind the thing. This will be number 3. So you can already tell I'm a little impaired. I've had my 2. I'm 47 minutes. I like to have 3. I like to have 3 if I'm really trying to keep myself going. I like to, throughout the hour, have 3 in an hour, and that leaves me feeling really good. I may have to pick up the bass and play Christmas songs. May have to do the Underdog theme. The Underdog theme, I play my version of an Underdog theme song. And I only bothered to learn one verse from the original. There's a second verse, but I haven't bothered because I just throw in made up shit from the show. I throw in the, look, up in the sky. Is that a bird? Is it a plane? Is it a frog? A frog? Not bird, nor plane, nor even frog. It's just little old me, Underdog. I use all those different lines in this kind of driving version that I have of the Underdog song, and so I haven't bothered to learn the second verse. It kind of works. Bud Files, peace and love. You think it's Detroit, don't you? You think it's Detroit, don't you, Brian? You're like, it's going to be Detroit. It's going to be Detroit. Don't tell me. I'm going to use witchcraft and weed. I didn't use it last week. See what happened? I even jokingly said, oh, that's the real test to show I have powers. Make them lose to the Rams. Because who would have thought they'd have lost to the Rams? Who'd have thought the Rams would score 44 points? Oh. If somebody didn't strike some of those defensive players after the game, I'm sorry, but you are playing football. Somebody should have punched a couple of, I don't know any of the names, but I know there wasn't a defensive player on the field there when it came to frickin' the Bills. And didn't fucking Josh score all of them? Didn't Josh score all the fucking touchdowns? It reminds me of the days before the Bulls really came together. The Bulls had Jordan, and Jordan's fucking scoring. He's setting scoring records, playing, and they're still losing. They're not winning. he's doing great. It wasn't till the whole fucking team came together. Till Pippen was there. Till and then eventually Rodman was integral on the boards. But yeah, this I don't know. You got this Mr. MVP Josh Allen. Hey everybody, I'm Josh Allen. If I could just throw the ball to myself, I would win every time. You doubt me? I'm Josh Allen. That's what I'd like to put out. Because again, I stopped watching football when Walter Payton retired. I was a Bears fan, and I've been asked to get back into it, and I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun with it. And this fucking Josh Allen does everything. I mean, it's really fucking impressive to watch. So it's kind of neat that the team I was told to root for and everything is able to do this. But and I do like having the comedic whole thing about witchcraft and weed and bringing that luck and using all that. It really allows me to get high and become a fun type of character during the show. It really is a lot of fun. Oh, those sucky Cowboys. I was a Cowboys fan back when Roger Staubach was the, sort of in late 70s, mid 70s. That was the first team. That was, I think my father was a fan. I don't know. He was never that into it. But then all the all the Super Bowl shuffle. I think that's what killed it for me. It was when the team did the we're not here looking for trouble. We're just here to do the Super Bowl shuffle. When they had the Bears do that rap song, and it was terrible. The video was terrible. There was zero production. It was clearly somebody with a couple of VHS cameras. It's just somebody in the day and doing the editing. Had to be like, I have no idea. It was just really bad. It was really bad. And I thought I don't need to watch anymore. Walter Payton retired, and I was like, all right, I'm done. I'll get back to concentrating on basketball. Jordan retired, done. And there's no fucking way you could. I'm not watching baseball. Why would I watch baseball? Oh, all right. Now things are starting to. Now things are starting to come together. Now things are starting to make sense. Friday the 13th, weekend's gonna be good. Some of you may have snow. I know there's gonna be a shitload of snow in the Buffalo area. Uh, uh, Whatever it is, find a way to enjoy the weekend. If you have the weekend off, if you don't have the weekend off, I hope these days go okay with work. Find a way. Find a way to be positive. Find a way to be upbeat. Find a way to because you're giving yourself a gift. Give yourself being good to others gives you so much. And it allows you to look at yourself in the mirror and feel okay about yourself without being delusional. Without having to lie to yourself, because lying to yourself, the people that can do that, that's impressive. Uh, uh, I don't have that ability. You have to look in the mirror. You have to be able to be okay about it, and you got to be taking steps taking steps to give yourself that positive feeling, give yourself that positive vibe. And, sometimes it's just smiling at somebody at the store. And not creepy. Don't do creepy smiles. That doesn't work. And don't try to be, no. It's best just, a nod. Give a nod. A happy nod. I don't know. I probably frighten everybody I see. Hey! I talked. It's the weed's kicking in. Is anybody out there feeling a buzz? I mean, it's early on a Friday. M's having that coffee. It's late for him. Those snow games, those games where there's snow all on the ground. I love those. We didn't bother to put a roof on this place, and we play in winter. That's what we're doing. I love those games. Oh yeah, we get a lot of snow here. Yeah, and we play football. Let's have an open roof. Let's do it. Oh. Feeling good now. Pistachio. Hello, my friends. I don't want to come back with the plug zone. The plug zone was a community building where everybody that came in, I would put the names on the wheel. It would spin the wheel, select a channel, bring the channel up. And it was all, I did it all as a talking butt plug. Pistachio. Here to plug your channel. The next channel we will be looking at is the Brian Lean. We are now looking at the Brian Lean's channel. It'd be one of those. And, but I'm working. That's the problem. I'm working it. I'm having to work during one of those and work on a lot of the keeping up with the wheel, keeping up with what's going on, making sure everything's there. And I don't want something that I'm having to work like that. I'd rather have something that was more just improvisational being live as a cartoon character, able to interact with the audience. I think that's a plus. I think that's a huge plus. So that the other gave me that, but I just want to come up with a premise that doesn't have me having to type all the names of the channels in, keep up with the different things that I'm doing there, and all the other production things that have to be done to maintain one of those shows. I'd rather just have a little bit more fun during it. Yeah, it just doesn't feel good. I don't know if it's lungs. I don't know if it could be. I guess it could be a lung thing. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be affected by the smoke. I'm not coughing. I mean, I could cough, but I think that Tim Hortons coffee's keeping that at bay. I love it. I love it when I drool. Oh. No, it's fun. It's fun getting back into football. It's fun doing the puff rallies. That's what I need to do for Watch Me Work. I need to record the countdown video because we have a 5-minute countdown on that. And I like to have a character or somebody actually sit there, and I think it was just me. The last two, or the one before was just me. The last one that we had, I believe, might have been Allie and I were talking. I may use a character. I may use the Josh Allen character, and have him. And the voice is nowhere near Josh Allen's. Josh Allen, I hear his, and it's almost. There's nothing great jumping out, so I almost just want to do it's clearly not his voice. It's just clearly some made-up bullshit voice that, hey everybody, I'm Josh Allen. Hey And I'm kind of basing it on Harry Carey, the Harry Carey impression that Will Ferrell would do on SNL. Hey Norm, hey Norm. He would do that. Hey everybody, I'm Josh Allen. I kind of am giving it a little bit of that feel. Is where I'm coming with it. Rain, cold, and hot weather. Snow. Grew up in northern Illinois, and we were always in snow. We were always out in the snow. Everything that you were doing, everything you were doing. But that's where I'm getting that voice is I keep thinking of the Will Ferrell doing Harry Carey impression on Weekend Update talking to Norm Macdonald. That's where, because I didn't want to try to hit, because there was nothing weird about Josh Allen's actual voice. And so I want to just kind of make it a caricature that way. I'm not. It's how I approach a lot of cover songs. When I do a cover song, I try to do it completely different. Because if you're trying to make it sound just like the thing, you're never going to do that. So you're always going to suck in comparison. If you're doing something that's completely different and it happens to be that other, oh, that's cool. It takes you far enough away from the, oh, that's a bad impression. It's clearly not an impression. It's clearly just crap. I used to do a 2018, I think it was. I was doing a political cartoon. I'd have to do a Trump voice, and my impression was basically me doing an impression of Stephen Colbert's impression. So it was much more based on the, oh crap, oh crap. This is where my, I went with this other character. So yeah, I never try to just nail it on those. I never try to nail it. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I have done my 3 joints. Is everybody out there doing what they need to do? Are you having the buzz you need to have the right day? Are you treating the people around you good to have a good day? Make sure that you're doing all those things. Make sure that because it makes you feel good. Be good because it makes you feel good. And there's your lesson. There's your lesson for Friday. I'm going to be doing more lives today. I don't know where, I don't know when, but the Puff Rally tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, everybody, love you all. It's over now, it's over now. The Coffee with Wes stream is over now. It's over now, it's over now. Go and find something else to do. Thank you for watching Coffee with Wes. Be sure to click that like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to make sure you're here when Wes goes live. It's over now, it's over now. Coffee with Wes stream is over now. It's over now, it's over now. Go and find something else to do. Go and find something else to do. Just go and find something else to do. It's over. Go home.